Web World, Scotty D. Welcome to another What's Up Wednesday, the weekly series that is of you, for you, by you, and about you. I'm merely your puppet and your servant, answering your questions or covering your topics of interest. And if you want to be featured on a future What's Up Wednesday, it's real simple to do so. All you have to do is get your questions or topics of interest into me via email or Twitter. The email account, scott@scottydonline.com, or the Twitter account is @scottydonline. Both are in the video description below for easy find and easy use. And if I happen to pick you for a future What's Up Wednesday, I'm going to give you a shout out during that video. I'm also going to plug and promote your YouTube channel and any other social media project that you are working on or are involved with, because you're proud of it, you want people to know about it. Well, it will happen right here on What's Up Wednesday. This week's What's Up Wednesday is a question that came by way of email from Dylan Stark, and I put a link to Dylan's YouTube channel in the video description below, so make sure that after you watch What's Up Wednesday, you go down, click on that link, and go over and check out what Dylan's got going on his channel and show him some love. Now, on to Dylan's email. It reads, "As the industry professional that you are," thank you very much, I appreciate that, "what would you say that it takes to get into the voiceover industry?" Good question. What kind of software and hardware do they use? I've had an interest in this topic for quite some time now. Thanks for reading, Dylan Stark. Now, the question that you're asking is very difficult to answer with an absolute, because there is no absolute answer on how to get into the voiceover industry, because it's part of the entertainment industry, so it's part and parcel talent, part and parcel chance, part and parcel who you know, not what you know. So keep that in mind as we walk through this, because I'm not going to give you the magic elixir answer of how to get into the industry, but what I am going to do is give you some pointers that will help you craft yourself to be a better voiceover artist, talent, and experienced person in the voiceover industry. The first thing you need to know is that unless you're going to work for somebody, which in the voiceover business is very seldom, you are typically a contractor or an actor brought into a project, and once the project is over, you are basically on to the next project. So you are the brand, you are the product, you are a one-person company. Therefore, you have to be multi-talented in all facets. And on one hand, you have the talent side. You are the talent. On the other side, you have the business. You are the business person. And you have to know the difference between both and where to channel your strengths into the proper respective area so that you don't get deflated or discouraged really fast. And I've taken some notes, and my notes are off screen here so I don't forget anything. And I tried to put down what I feel are some of the most important things that I've recognized in my tenure in this industry, being in the entertainment industry. First thing is manage your resources. You have three particular resources that you need to manage very carefully. The first one is what I would consider your most valuable resource, and that is your time. There is only so much time in the day, month, year, week, however you calculate your time as being important. You only have so much of it to give. So you need to manage your time very wisely. Secondly is your talent. Your talent is your brand, it's your product, it's your company, it's what's going to get you recognized by industry leaders, agents, and whatnot. It's unique. It's very unique. There are millions of people that want to be in the voiceover industry. There are a handful of people that are making it very well in the voiceover industry. And you are a very unique element into this industry and should be treated as such with some pride and with respect. So keep that in mind as you build your talent up. Have some pride in what you are and who you are, and have some respect for who you are and what you are. And you will build a very tough shell. you will. If you can't build a tough shell, if you can't take harsh constructive criticisms, this is going to be an industry that you're going to struggle in, because there is a lot of ego in this industry. Money is your last resource that you need to manage. You talked about gear and software and stuff like that, and while that's one piece of it, and we'll touch very briefly on that, that is not what makes this industry. And your money doesn't grow on trees. You really have to be conscious of what you have, how you spend it, and knowing that the first two resources that I just mentioned, the time and the talent, will ultimately have a direct impact on your third resource, which is your money. Because as you're starting out in the voiceover industry, you will have a day job, you will have a full-time job, and you will have to balance those three elements along with your regular daily life as you are trying to make ends meet and survive in this big bad world. So keep in mind, managing your resources, I think, is the number one thing that you need to be conscious of in the voiceover industry. Secondly, is because you are a one-person business, company, talent, brand, you have to have a realistic, real business plan in place when you're going to get started that you can execute upon and that has quantifiable and attainable goals. Because if you really have a pie-in-the-sky goal and it's so unattainable, you might get frustrated with yourself very quickly and basically give up on your dream as a voiceover talent. And I don't want you to do that. If you truly have a passion and a drive and a desire to be a voiceover artist in the voiceover industry, I want you to have attainable goals. Set short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals so that you can attain each one of those against your business plan and realize those elements of achievement and feel proud and happy about that. Other people may not agree with you, but this is your business. It is your company. It is your brand. The first thing as a one-person business is to have a quality home studio. The quality of the audio will trump your talent if you're not careful, because if you don't have good gear and your gear is not properly set up, your talent means nothing, because it's not going to come across right. So getting yourself a good studio condenser mic, getting your computer set up proper, getting your room that you're going to be recording in treated for sound. What does that mean for the type of gear that you need to buy? Good question. The sky is the limit. And really, the number 3 resource has everything to do with what you're going to put into that home studio. If you can't afford a home studio, that's okay. You can go down and rent studio time at a local recording studio and get your voiceover career off the ground that way to begin with. Both of them come with a cost. None of them will be free. Everything that you see in my studio, from my mic to the equipment, everything has a cost with it. Now, if I start naming products to buy, you're going to need some sort of a interface from your microphone into your computer. Does that mean you need a mixer? Not necessarily. You can get a USB audio interface and be able to interface your XLR microphone into your computer. You can also get a USB microphone if you really choose to do so. I'm not a big fan of USB microphones. I've made that very clear on this channel. I think that if you're going to have a professional recording studio in your home, and you're going to build a home recording studio, build it with XLR equipment, build it with outboard gear as much as you can, but keep it simple. You don't need to go overboard for voiceover, especially if you are not going to be doing all of the production. You need some sort of a DAW or a digital audio workstation to record your audio into. My preferred choice is Twisted Wave. I've been very clear on this channel for quite some time that Twisted Wave is my preferred voiceover recording software. It's simple. It does the job very well. It's very flexible, very robust, and doesn't cost a whole lot of money. And many of the people that I know of in the voiceover industry support it and are big fans of it as well. So Twisted Wave is my voiceover DAW of choice. My microphone that I use is an Audio-Technica AT2020. Is it the best microphone on the market right now? No, but it complements my voice very, very well. You don't need to go out and buy a Neumann U87 or a Sennheiser 416 or anything like that. You don't need to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars for your mic or your interface. What you need to find is that gear which complements your voice and your surroundings that you will be recording in. So that is pretty much where I'm going to leave gear off. I've covered gear on this channel on other videos, so go and check out some of my other What's Up Wednesdays and other videos on this channel for some gear suggestions, reviews, and what have you. Let's see. My number 4th objective for being in the voiceover industry is study, practice, then study some more, then practice even more. You can't practice enough and study enough in this industry. You can't read enough scripts. You can't practice enough. You can't do enough auditions to be in this industry. Every part and everything you do will count to your overall success of your goal in your career in the voiceover industry. Even the best actors and actresses, coaches, and advisors have people that help coach and advise them. Some of the top business people in the world have coaches and advisors. Best actresses and actors have coaches and advisors. Sports figures have coaches and advisors. And as an acting career, you'll have to be able to deliver the lines in a very believable manner. In a way that has proper pronunciation, enunciation, and inflection, because this is an acting career. So study, practice, study some more, and then practice some more. Keep going. Read everything you can get your hands on. I've said this in other videos. Read them out loud. Read them to yourself. Listen to yourself. Read them in some headphones. Record yourself and then listen back. You cannot practice enough, and I can't express that enough in this industry. Is practice, 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 study, practice some more, study, practice, study, practice, study, practice. It is an ongoing effort in the voiceover industry. Check your ego and naiveness at the door. That is my number 5 tip for the voiceover industry, because if you have a major ego, you're going to find out how fast that your ego doesn't matter. You're going to find out real fast how much your ego will get doors slammed in your face. You need to be very appreciative, patient, and acceptant to a dynamic working environment. It's not going to be the same day in and day out. There will be peak highs and major valley lows. Even the best of the best in this industry have seen unemployment. So keep that in mind. Also, the naiveness, you will more likely do a lot more auditions than you will get work at first. So don't be naive that you're going to come out of the gates, score that first gig, and become the millionaire voiceover person that is worldwide and famous. It's probably not going to happen. And a lot of the jobs in this industry for beginners are very low-paying jobs. So just keep that in mind. Check your ego and naiveness at the door. Be patient, have some understanding, and understand that this is a dynamic working environment. Never the same thing every day. Let's see. Get a quality demo produced and focus on what direction you want for your voiceover career. That's my number 6 tip for voiceover. Because if you try to be everything, you're not going to shine on your key features that are important and that stand out and make you that unique voiceover talent. You can't be everything. And in fact, very few voiceover artists that are in the industry do everything. You have to decide, am I going to be in commercials? Am I going to be in audiobooks? Am I going to be in promotion, radio, TV? There's so many different pieces and parts of the voiceover industry. You have to find out what your niche is going to be. What do you want to do in your voiceover career? What niche in the market do you want to focus on and drive there? Character voices, everybody says, well, my friends tell me I can do characters, and because of that, I can do video games. Okay, good luck with that, because your chances are slim and slim and slim. There are so many voiceover artists out there in the industry. So just keep in mind, focus on your skills and your abilities that shine through and make you the best voiceover talent that you can possibly be. And when you get your focus, get that demo produced. If you don't know how to produce a professional voiceover demo, hire somebody. Trust me, a bad demo will do you more harm in this industry than a good demo. And if you try to pass off a bad demo as a good demo and say, I made this myself, yeah, that's going to make you look just equally as bad as a amateur voiceover talent. So if you're an amateur voiceover talent and you produced an amateur voiceover demo, it's going to shine through. Just hire somebody if you don't know how to produce a quality voiceover demo. There are plenty of people in the industry, and I'm going to be talking about one of the people that produces high quality voiceover demos just in a few minutes, because I think that part and parcel what he gives back to the voiceover industry is unbelievable. It's so invaluable what this one person does, and he doesn't do it alone, so I'll talk about that in a second. So get a quality demo produced and focus on what direction you want for your voiceover career. Again, that's my number 6 tip. My number 7 tip for the voiceover industry is understand this very, very clearly. You will get a million no's, a ton of no's before you get a yes. That is just the nature of the business. It is the entertainment industry, and you will get a ton of no's before you get a yes. And even when you get a yes, it may not be the yes that you're hoping for, but hey, it's an open door. Take it. Don't get deflated, discouraged. Stay the course and understand that, like I said, the VO industry, the voiceover industry, is part of the entertainment business, and it is very difficult to see past the normal 9-to-5 job that the average person does on a daily basis. This is not a 9-to-5 job. This is a job that you will work days, nights, mornings, weekends, holidays. When you're on vacation, you'll have to be flexible and be able to be at the ready at all times. It is the entertainment industry, and the entertainment industry doesn't wait for anybody, because guess what? If you don't open the door and say, hey, I'm here, or answer the phone, or answer the email, or answer the text, guess what? Within seconds, they're on to the next artist. If you are not available to audition, then guess what? You will most likely get overlooked really, really fast. But that doesn't say that you have to be giving up everything. Like I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, you will work a full-time job before you get your feet landed in this industry, making a living that is a sustainable living. So as you're working your full-time job, paying your bills, getting on with your life, understand that your voiceover career will start off more than likely as a hobby. The hobby will then move to, hey, I got a couple gigs. The couple gigs maybe moves into, hey, I got a major opportunity. But once again, don't get deflated. You'll get tons of no's before you get that first yes. and just stay the course. It's the entertainment industry. Look past that 9-to-5 job that you may be used to and understand that if you want to make it in this industry, you're going to have to be flexible. And the flexibility will also have to do with understanding the difference between union work and non-union work. There are certain jobs out there in the industry that you will not be able to take because you are non-union. And there are certain jobs that you will not be able to take because at some point in time you may become part of a actors union or an actors guild, if you will. The biggest worldwide actors union is SAG-AFTRA. You hear about the award shows and you hear about SAG-AFTRA. That is for actors, voiceover talent, radio personalities, things like that. The big name artists are part of SAG-AFTRA. You don't have to worry about being part of that right at the very beginning, but at some point your career, I hope, will thrive to the level by which you will be part of SAG-AFTRA or any other actors union that will help you be part of a bigger industry group and help your career thrive and grow. As I mentioned before, be flexible, and I'm not talking about physical exercises. That is important. We'll talk about that briefly. I'm talking about being able to adjust and accommodate to the recording needs in any situation, in any location. You don't need this at the first part of your career, but at some point you may need to construct a mobile recording setup. I know a lot of people that use iPads and they use portable vocal booths. They use Apogee mics that plug in. They use gear that is just a portable type of setup that even in a hotel room, they can accommodate a voiceover job just like that. So just know that at some point in time, you will need to be flexible to that element. Not at first. The first thing is to just get your feet wet, get understanding of the industry, get either a home studio built or using a studio in your local area. Coming to the end of my suggestions, my number 10th suggestion is network, 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 network. The more people you know in the industry, the more people will know of you. And it doesn't mean you have to know them like, hey, they come to your house and they come to your backyard barbecue. You don't need to know them at that level. You just need to network and start associating and talking with people in the industry at all levels. Entry-level people all the way up to the top-of-the-line people. Just get to know them and network them. Network with them as much as possible. And that means following industry publications, watching and following voiceover news and industry interviews. Two of my favorite online shows that I follow and I'm a big fan of, and I'm not ashamed to give them some promotion here during this What's Up Wednesday because I think that what they give in the industry is paramount. It is invaluable information that they share, and I'm talking about two shows specifically. The first one is VO Buzz Weekly, and I'll put a link to VO Buzz Weekly in the video description below. Chuck Duran and Stacey J both are the hosts of VO Buzz Weekly, both phenomenal people in the VO industry. Chuck is a fantastic producer. Stacey J is a fantastic voiceover talent. You just need to check VO Buzz Weekly out. They interview some of the biggest names in voiceover, and just hearing the stories that not only Chuck and Stacey tell, but also the people that they have on their show share are just invaluable. You will learn so much by hearing what they have to say and what these voiceover professionals share with you on VO Buzz Weekly. So check out VO Buzz Weekly and let them know that you heard about VO Buzz Weekly right here on What's Up Wednesday from Scotty D. My next favorite online show is EWABS, the East West Audio Body Shop, from George Whittam and Dan Leonard. Another one of my favorite shows that I watch on a weekly basis. And make sure that when you go over and check out EWABS, you let them know that you heard about EWABS right here on What's Up Wednesday, and tell George and Dan that I say hi. Don't discount social networking. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to put a link to both EWABS and to VO Buzz Weekly in the video description below, so make sure you check that out. Social networking is another major benefit to the voiceover industry. LinkedIn is a great thing to get involved with. There are a lot of great forums and discussions happening on LinkedIn. Facebook, a lot of discussions in forums and groups on Facebook. Twitter, etc. Just get involved with social networking on the voiceover level and make it part of your regiment to just check out what's happening. Learn from what you can. Again, read. Practice. Experience the VO industry in all of its glory, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. Because I tell you what, it is a very interesting industry to be a part of or be involved with. So check out some of those things, those shows that I talked about. Check out some of the links, the social media links that I just discussed. And also be aware of some of the major conferences that happen around the industry that you might want to check out. Some of the conferences to know of, the VO International Creative Experience, FAFCon, anime conventions, believe it or not, is a great place to check out VO. The APA conference, the VO World, and VO, and I call it VO Year because they have a VO 2014 that's happening in Atlanta real soon. And so just be aware of some of the industry conferences as well. And lastly, your physical health. This is my 11th and last recommendation and suggestion and tip to the VO industry. Your physical health is very important because, again, you are a one-person company, a one-person brand. You have to go out and do not only the talent, but also the business, and you have to stay healthy to do it very, very successfully. Exercise, get proper sleep, eat healthy foods, and stay healthy. I can't express that enough. If you become sick, your moneymaker becomes unavailable. This is your moneymaker right here. Keep it tuned. Keep it as healthy as you can. And if you do get sick, it's inevitable. We all get sick. We all catch a cold. Treat it with the utmost respect and get as healthy as you can, as quickly as you can, and understand that in the future, make some changes, and hopefully it'll help you stay healthy even longer and avoid some of the sicknesses and illnesses out there. Your voice is your tool. A great video is available from SAG, and I talked about SAG-AFTRA a little bit earlier, and I'll put a link to that video in the description below. When I seen it, I was just blown away by the information that they share. And it's not that they share that magic elixir again, that, hey, this is how you get in the voiceover industry. But what they do share is the health and the care and the feeding, if you will, of your voice, and the importance of taking care of your voice and what will happen if you don't take care of your voice. So check out that link also in the video description below. So those are my top 11 tips and hints of how to understand and navigate this crazy thing we call the voiceover industry. If you liked this video, please, by all means, give it a thumbs up. Share it with somebody that you know, because I guarantee somebody else just like you is looking for some advice on the voiceover industry, and hopefully this video will help them out. If you aren't yet subscribed to this channel, please do so. It's real simple. Just find a little subscribe button and just click on it, and that will be your way to stay in touch with this channel. It's the only way to know when I produce a new video on this channel, is to be subscribed to my YouTube channel. So just click on the subscribe button. It doesn't take any effort. Well, I guess the clicking finger of your mouse, that's about all the effort that it takes, and I certainly do appreciate you becoming a new subscriber of this channel. Comment on this video as well. I'd love to hear your comments and feedback. And if you already are subscribed to this channel, I thank you so very much. Each and every one of you who is a subscriber of my channel lets me know that you appreciate what I do for you right here on What's Up Wednesday. And don't forget, if you want to be on a future What's Up Wednesday, it's real simple to do so. All you have to do is drop your question or topic of interest into me via email or Twitter. The email account is scott@scottydonline.com and the Twitter account is @scottydonline. Both are in the video description below for easy find and easy use. Until the next What's Up Wednesday, we'll see you next time, Web World.